How did you reach out to her in the first place?
Yeah, so we met Amanda after she and Raffaele were acquitted in the fall of 2011. Brian and I had spent the last month of their appeals trial in Perugia, beginning to film and research, but largely trying to contextualize things. I think maybe to your first question a little bit, people didn't have a lot of the information that was right beneath those headlines. And so we wanted to spend a little bit of time trying to understand both what had happened, kind of try to take a look at the legal proceedings, the judicial system, Italian culture, all of these things that were playing a part in the way that the story was being disseminated. So we met Amanda after they were acquitted, and we told her that if and when she wanted to participate in the documentary, that we would be willing to listen. At the time, she decided it wasn't the right thing for her. And 2 years later, in December of 2013, she decided that she was ready, and we did the first interview with her in January of 2014.
The film starts off with her saying, I'm a psychopath in sheep's clothing or I'm you, which is, a stunning assessment. Those were just her words?
Asked her, why do you think people are so fascinated by this? What's capturing their interest? And that was what she said.
I mean, people see her as a cipher, right? That you can see her in any number of ways based on how you feel about her, or you can see that she's maybe the wolf in sheep's clothing or the damsel in distress, and she appeals to people's fears, which is why people became so fascinated with her. And she's aware of that. She's aware that people can apply to her anything, looking through the lens of the narrative that they maybe already subscribe to, or they're looking for actions or motions or words or sayings or emotions that reinforce how they feel about her.
How did you find her as an interview in terms of because like I said, she seems remarkably astute, but she does have this kind of very intense stare in terms of it, which may be the kind of 1,000-yard stare that would come after having been in prison for 4.5 years for a crime you didn't commit. But I mean, it's like, what did you find her?
Well, I remember the big breakthrough moment for us in kind of connecting with her was actually not until the last interview. And when she breaks down talking about her mother coming and visiting her in prison. And I think that, a lot of that, I would imagine that a lot of that guard that she puts up is because so many people have judged her. Every kind of, you see in the opening title sequence, which by the way was made by Rock, Paper, Scissors and Leanne Dar, who's here tonight, who is amazing and did great work. And it's all practically shot, which is amazing for film geeks out there. But you see that she was constantly being interviewed when she came home and doing these kind of primetime specials where people were putting her on the, you're always in the hot seat. And I think that what that does to a person is it makes them be very guarded.